This is the Convene podcast. When it comes to using AI-generated tools, discipline and focus are powerful things, says entrepreneur and speaker Princess Castleberry. An early adopter's approach for reining in AI. Written and read by Barbara Palmer, Deputy Editor of Convene.
Princess Castleberry, CEO of Castleberry Global, a speaking and leadership training company, describes herself as a tech enthusiast rather than a technologist. "I'm an early adopter," Castleberry said. "I've always been very tech curious." So when OpenAI introduced ChatGPT in 2022, and one of Castleberry's former college professors, a physicist, reached out to her and asked her to try it out with him, she said yes. Together, they went into the Gen AI platform and devised a prompt that allowed Castleberry to compare Black female poet laureates with one another. What it produced, Castleberry said, was so deep and so accurate and so insightful that her professor said, yeah, whatever this thing is, the whole world just changed. But what propelled Castleberry toward finding ways to share what she was learning about Gen AI was the initial lack of reaction to ChatGPT that she encountered in the small business community in Detroit, where she was born and where her company is based. When she asked other female entrepreneurs what they thought about the technology, "I got nothing but blank stares," she said. As someone whose background includes working for decades in corporations and risk management, bells went off, she said. This is technology that is as important as the advent of the internet itself, and as important as the proliferation of email and social media. And here we are, a community of small business owners, and y'all don't know nothing about it, she said. I was very deeply concerned. Castleberry, who has a master's degree in instructional design, developed a two-part workshop for her clients. The Future of AI is Now, Parts 1 and 2. Part 1 introduces audience to the history of AI-based tools, including where they come from, how they're structured. And Part 2 addresses how those tools can fit into and benefit people's real lives and careers. Castleberry also began researching how to put a tech stack together, a term she borrowed from her tech clients to refer to the collection of digital tools that you've used to accomplish multiple tasks. In the leadership model that she uses in her coaching and speaking business, Castleberry emphasizes the need to be disciplined while implementing technology, choosing tools and platforms that reduce noise and enhance productivity and human connection. AI can be very overwhelming. It can go from being this helpful thing to making you feel stupid, Castleberry said. You'll get swallowed up if you try to keep up with all of the tools. Castleberry encountered Spark last January as a first-time attendee at Convening Leaders when she attended a Spark Lab. At the time, she was planning a spring women's event in Detroit and began, she said, to use the platform right away. Spark exemplifies her concept of a focused approach to tech tools. It's a bit of a hybrid with much of the same functionality as ChatGPT, where you can write custom prompts, and it also has a sort of guardrail around it in that it's a large language model, but it was created for and by event professionals. So the knowledge that it has access to, in addition to the internet, is very tailored to this industry. Instead of giving you loads and loads of information, it's a little bit more contained. Recently, Castleberry's added completion of PCMA's 5-part Spark certificate course to her credentials and has begun sharing her insights and expertise in using AI tools, including Spark, as a speaker and an educator. Her session, From Gut Feelings to Game-Changing Insights, Turning Feedback into Action with AI, which she presented at PCMA's EDUCON in June and at PCMA's SEMA Summit in July, walks event professionals through how to use AI tools to analyze feedback and other data collected at events. The defense profession can be brutal, Castleberry said. It's a lot of work, a lot of coordination. There are lots of moving pieces. Just trying to build an agenda. How many times does that agenda change based on speaker availability? She asked. Not to mention trying to do an analysis of last year's conference to see what people love and what people didn't love before you begin to build a simple agenda. With Spark, the process is not only accelerated, she said, but far more insightful. You're not just throwing an agenda together based off hunches, but using insights from your data. And then Spark gives you all these different ideas to market it. If you have video from a previous event, you can just upload links and Spark will repurpose them. Using Spark to conduct a recent cost analysis of a half-day workshop that Castleberry and a partner present was one of the best things she's done with the platform to date, she said. Instead of starting with the registration amount that they charged in the past, Castleberry asked Spark to set one after loading information about the workshop and persona information about her target audience. Spark came up with a price point that was 3 times more than what we'd been charging and gave me a full justification for it, she said. When I told Spark how much I was charging, it basically told me, no, you're way under market. The platform also presented Castleberry with information about the risks of raising the price. The higher price could cause her to lose much of the past audience for the workshop. But, Spark added, she should probably be targeting a different audience. That, Castleberry said, is powerful. When Castleberry encountered Spark, the fact that it had a legal component was very exciting to me. You want to make sure your technology isn't going to create more liability for you, she said. In her experience, Sparks puts users in the position where they're making sounder decisions about legal questions. It's not giving legal advice, but it's giving you recommendations on what you can do to protect yourself. Recommendations on how to structure language, what clauses to include, and other things to consider. Spark is a great primary platform for event professionals, said Castleberry. But I'd be lying, she added, if I said that I found one platform that was a cure-all. When we asked Castleberry to design an ideal tech stack for event professionals, she included the following. Content generation. Spark, ChatGPT, Bizzabo event management software, and Lavender, a sales-focused email service. For feedback and insights, Spark, Typeform online form builder, and ChatGPT. For operations and planning support, Spark, Bizzabo, and ChatGPT. For legal analysis, Spark, Ironclad contract management, and Harvey, a legal and professional services provider. Live and video transcription, Wordly, Fireflies, and Otter AI note takers. Post-event marketing and content repurposing, Spark, Opus Clip, and Descript. Venue sourcing, Destinator.
Remember to subscribe to the Convene podcast on your favorite listening platform to stay updated with our latest episodes. For further industry insights from the Convene team, head over to pcma.org/convene. My name is Maggie. Stay inspired, keep inspiring, and until next time.